This video and this information could change your life. Just sit back, relax, and treat this video like a podcast and just pay attention. Hear me out for just a few minutes. Enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? Now, last time we pretty much talked about MYRO. And I know, once again, guys, we are talking about MYRO, but this is pretty much going to be one of the last times I do talk about this coin, unless something insane happens. I don't always want to stick to one coin, but I'm a really big fan of this coin. I do think it's a #1 underrated meme coin in this current moment. So before we jump to the price prediction, last time we pretty much talked about how we're kind of creating this triangle, right, going sideways, and how I expect it to break out. And pretty much, boom, we broke out, and now we're kind of holding this trend line. If I go to the candles, we can pretty much see that, right? And pretty much my price prediction in the near future and in general is actually something that's really reasonable. So if we go to coin market cap and we look at MYRO very quickly, right, you can see it's a 240th. So it is really far away from top 100, but I do believe it's going to hit top 100 and probably top 50. Right now we're sitting at a $350 market cap, and pretty much every $1 billion that's in MYRO means it goes up $1. So with that being said, I believe MYRO overall in the future will hit $10 to $15, and that is all the way up here, right? So some of you guys are like, whoa, we're only down here. And yes, I believe so. Bitcoin is at 73,000. We haven't even started like the full-on rally yet. Altcoin season isn't here yet. The retail traders aren't even here yet, and there's still so much more money to come along and so much more hype and bandwagon, and we're still early days, right? I think once this hits like the 10 billion mark, that's probably when casuals will come in and they'll think it's going to hit like 100 billion market cap. Well, they're not going to calculate from market cap, but you know, they can probably think it's going to hit $100, and that's when they're going to get steamrolled. But anyway, so MYRO, right, it did its thing, it had a pump, the retest off this order block, and then pretty much we tried making higher highs, but we kind of failed. If we look at the 4 hour, right, we can see the candle closed below here. So pretty much we failed, and then we were going sideways, accumulating, and now we are trying to attempt this to break up once again. Once we break up, I think the short-term target will be pretty much $1. However, I do think it is gonna go kind of higher. I think it's gonna go to $1.60 before it starts cooling down and before we start seeing sideways movement again. The reason why I say this is because if we take it from here to here, this is 164% profit, and yeah, that's good, but that's only like a 2.5 times move. And I do think MYRO has way more potential, right? Because it is at $350 million market cap. So I do think when it does pump, it's going to do something like PetPay and Bonk, right? If we quickly go to PetPay, it has 4.3 billion, but the first pump round, I believe it pretty much had, let's see this. So the first pump round, when it was around, let's say MYRO's type of market cap, it pretty much went to multiple billions. Now there, MYRO does have less at this current moment. So instead of going to like 3.5 billion, we can see like 2.1. Let's see Bonk. So we can see Bonk market cap. It went from 700 million to it peaked at like 2.7 billion, right? Which is still like a 4 to 5x. And that's a lot more money involved. We got to remember, right? So MYRO can definitely in like the week go 5x, which would be absolutely insane. See this coin. So this is kind of like what MYROs are right now, right? This type of market cap, and pretty much a week later we were somewhere here, so 1.5 billion before we dipped, and that's exactly what I expect with MYRO. So I expect MYRO to go somewhere here, accumulate, go a little bit sideways, boom, shoot up. And the ultimate goal, like I said, is going to be around $10 to $15, because that's going to be 10 to 15 billion. I think 10 to 15 billion is a very reasonable area. So I think around like 10 to 15 bucks is more than reasonable, because I think once we hit $10, by the time we hit that, casuals are going to be here, and they're definitely going to say, oh, 250 to 100. And you know, for the guys that are casual, you know, even making it 2x for them is very cool, right? The people that are in crypto for a long time or have more knowledge, they're going to be like, yeah, 2x is cool in life, but in the crypto market, that's kind of nothing, respectfully, right? Especially during a bull run. So these guys probably that are going to buy at 10, they're going to believe it's going to go to like absolutely insane numbers. And I don't see that happening for MYRO, like hitting 100 billion. max and a lot of money in this world that gets really pumped in, maybe like $22, but that's like next level. But realistically, $10 to $15. And I mean, why not? It's this is like MYRO doing really good. It's just a start, and 10 to 15 billion dollars is, yeah, a lot for a coin. But if we're talking about a peak that could last just for a couple of days, I could absolutely see that.